Go live. All right. Now that the madness of the day is finished, let's get to the more important stuff. How's everybody doing tonight? Tim doing good? Oh, let's mute that before it gets too crazy, because I know I get lots of notifications. All right, there we go. Hopefully everybody's having an excellent week. Hopefully staying away from all the flooding and all the fun that happens with with all the rain and snow that we've been having. I know that at least where we're at, we've been having a lot. So tell me about you guys. How's everyone else faring with all the wet weather? We'll get some warm-up sketches going while we read all the chats. Right stuff here. Let's see, by way of announcements, I guess, Corey, do you have any announcements that you wanted me to display to the people? Lots of rain, sleep mix here. Ohio been very dreary. Oh, that's no fun. I don't want to tempt the gods today, Corey, with all the other fun that's been going on. I don't want to have something else doing weird. So if you want, like I said, we can just chat. Okay, I think that will be the brush for the evening. That should work pretty nice. Sleet mix in Ohio, been a little dreary. Yeah. So like for us, we've been having kind of similar where it's like snowed a ton, it rained a ton, and yeah, it is what it is. I do, however, have a shining endorsement for Cover Pro. If anyone ever needs the what's it called? If you ever need something to cover your stuff outside, it's just a Harbor Freight one. It stood up and it's still standing with more snow and more water in it than my gazebo that we paid a lot more for. So shining endorsements there. Let's draw some craziness. Yeah, means no worries. Actually, I did want to get some no copyright stream. What is it called? Okay, we've got Senpai Records. We're just gonna get that open. We can get some royalty-free stream beats in here. So what else? What else is on you guys? What else have you guys been up to the last little bit? Heavy rain turned snow, cleared away by the next. Yeah, right. So nice. Which if nature would make up its mind on whether it's hot and cold. It's hot and cold crap getting so cold. I completely agree. It's messed up. All right. Demon instrumental. Let's do demon instrumental. That seems interesting. You guys should be able to hear that music. Let me know if it's too loud. We'll just kind of let that play in the background here. I'm gonna turn autoplay off. Buying lots of RPG books. Yeah, playing some WoW. I like it. Yeah, prep for the game. Yeah, it's always a never-ending cycle for DMs, right? Especially seeing some of the new books, I feel like it's a good opportunity for new TTRPG systems and sharing the limelight with D&D. Let's see, sketch. Let's name that one. All right. We're good and warmed up now. Trans-Siberian feels with this music. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, this is just Stream Beats, Harris Heller's, whatever the royalty-free stuff. Demon. All right. cool. So let's see. Today, what are we feeling like? What is it that we want to get accomplished as far as drawing goes? Any recommendations from the crowd? I know that Corey's keeping a running list of suggestions and things that we have. We have a couple from our game that we thought would be pretty funny, but anybody has any that they want to start us off, even with a quick sketch, let me know. We'll get it done. Who wants to give me a prompt for a warm-up? Next game is 2 weeks away, and I've got a list of things a mile long to take care of, right? It's that never-ending list of things. You can see in the background, there's all the chaos of my office trying to get it all messed up or get it all fixed up. A mimic. You're going to choose my Victor's least favorite thing, Casey? I like it. All right. What kind of mimic? Is it a typical mimic? A treasure mimic? What kind of mimic? Is it a cup mimic? A door mimic? I like it. What kind of mimic were we thinking? A chair mimic. Okay, cool. What kind of chair mimic are we thinking? Like your typical kitchen chair type situation? Or are we thinking like a king's throne? That's true. You can draw anything and make it a mimic. A rug mimic. I kind of like the idea of the chair mimic. Armchair, like a. Okay. So you get like that puffy padding, and then you have those little rivets with the arms kind of that come down. Maybe with the claw foot on them. All right, pull that down. Something like that. Weird winner here. A throne would be cool. Yeah, I agree. So we could maybe we'll do a mix between like a lazy boy armchair. So lazy boy armchair throne thing. So Brian says, yeah, it's been 90 minutes east of Buffalo. Yeah, I heard there's been a ton there. It's warmer than normal, but it's snow on this ground this AM. It's crazy seeing some stuff like East Coast, West Coast. Everything seems to be going upside down. Same, should be prepping for our game. Procrastinating watching you guys. Hey, that's okay. We appreciate you being here. Hopefully you can get a little bit of inspiration from either us, the chat. Feel free to pitch out ideas that you're trying to get a sounding board. That's what we're here for, is to talk about the game and the game we all love. I'm going to challenge you to draw something based on the description from the Tome of Beasts 3 that I got in a bit ago. Oh, nice. That would be cool. A cushion mouth with rivet eyes. Okay. So the cushion, so this would be like the mouth, and then the rivets, each one of these is a little eye. Maybe it's like sees through each individual one. That'd be kind of creepy. Pull that. And then this would be kind of that mouth, that gaping teeth kind of poking up as it comes back. And then this would be dark. I'm gonna use this as just kind of an under sketch, and then we'll lighten it, and then we'll put some more stuff on top of it. Maybe the mimic young, and it's like 4 chairs in one because it doesn't know how to do a single thing, right? It's like all the awkward kind of weird stuff. Like maybe it has actual human feet because it doesn't know like what it's supposed to do, and maybe it has like what else would it be doing? Maybe it has like a nose. No, nose would be weird. I mean, mimics are weird, but what else could it be? Maybe like, because it's young, it has pimples. Okay, yeah. So it's got the little cushion things, but they're pimply. I don't even call these the tufts. Let's drop the opacity on that 50%, 20%. All right. Maybe it has a butt. I don't know. I think putting butts on things is funny. So Got a bet. Got little knees. A cattail? Yeah, there you go. I like where it's going. Let's draw some of the basics here. I feel like they'd have multiple rows of teeth, kind of like a sarlacc, you know? I don't know if that's just me, but I feel like that would be a mimic-ish thing to do. Shape is weird. A little shape there. Give it a little bit of tufting here. Tufting there. Bring that around. All right. Make 2 little dots on the backrest where the fabric is bolted in. Talk about like right here. Is that where you're talking about, Corey? I'll give it a second to catch up. They got to move to be able to clamp and hold well, so multiple rows of anglerfish. That's true. So maybe what if it's like the moray eel type thing where you have 2 sets of mouths and the first mouth bites while the other mouth gets another one, then they kind of... That'd be kind of cool. On the cushion itself, okay. What kind of eyes does it have? Does it have like just soulless dark beady eyes, or does it have like expressive like puppy dog eyes? What kind of eyes do you think it has? Let's go over here. Let's make this the right height. All right, there we go. Hold on there. All right. Black beady eyes. Okay. So like beats. Huh? No. Bad dad joke. I'm sorry. Expressive. Okay. Got 1 vote for each of those. It has beets for eyes. I feel like thrones too usually have like that kind of high back, cool back beats that are black, expressive in his eyes. Got it. Yeah, it looks so like soft and cushiony and like nice until you look down and see it's trying to eat you. That's how it gets you. I have this couch. I don't know if you guys have couches like that, but I've got this recliner that every time I sit in it, every time without fail, I will fall asleep. I don't know if I'm just getting old or if the recliner's cursed and it's actually siphoning out my soul into a soul coin. I'm not sure. You're all alone on YouTube? Don't be alone. You're never alone. I'm here with you. We're all here with you. May the Schwartz be with you. Anyone can tell me what that's from? I'll let you choose or give the next suggestion and I will do it. As far as this mimic warm-up is concerned. Not that I don't do that anyway. Osco got it. Spaceballs, that's the one. I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. I don't know. Do you think they would have lips? So I'm fighting with myself on this one. Would they have like bared lips or like a snarling lip here? Or would it just be into the cushion and just apparate? I don't know. Comb the desert, yes. I need to rewatch that show. It's been too long. That one and Men in Tights. Too funny. I have a buddy who quotes, I think it's Monty Python's in the Flying Circus when he's like, nobody ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah, Men in Tights. Master Robin, you've lost your arms in the war, but you grew some nice. Won't say it because we're on YouTube. It kind of looks like a monkey tail. Let's see, cat tail. I need to give it like, oh, kind of tiger tail, or like Garfield the cat. A little cartoony. Yeah, no lips. That seems freaky. Bosco, can you hear me? That is from, not from me, but from Corey. Wah, wah, wah. Let's see, I missed one from probably in the padding. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna give him those really funky. Would it be human feet? We could do human feet. We could do like webbed toes, like ducks. We could do like a chicken foot. Every Monty Python reference sparks a group of fish slapping dance at our tables. Yeah. Give him flip-flops with socks. Ooh, Bosco. You are chaotic evil and I love it. We are on the same page. Okay, now nobody no judgments. How many can say that they wear socks with their flip-flops? I'm one of them. Because it's very comfortable. I say no judgments because I don't want to be judged. But you can judge me, I don't care. This foot has gone terribly wrong. It's mutating. All right, flippity flippity flop. Okay, so he's got the flip flop. And are they ankle socks or are they like knee-high socks? You monster. Yes. Socks and sandals, yeah. I can see it. You're a monster. Eat me. Do you know the Muffin Man? Got his chunkless. And maybe it has like a little bit of hairy legs. Kind of a knobby knees. You can see now, chat now. Bosco, welcome. We're glad that you have returned to the prime material plane unharmed. I'm glad that that plane shift worked. The physical therapy place you went to today had Shrek on. Nice. Which one? Was it the first one? I don't know. That's gonna bug me, even though I know I'm trying to make it look weird. Anatomically, that heel is just it looks really wrong to me. First, then second. Ah, nice. I like those. The one where Shrek turns into a human person. He actually looks a lot like my dad, which was weird when I watched it in theaters the first time. Except he's a little bit more skinny than my dad. My dad's a little more barrels chested and large gutted, but very, very cut otherwise. That blue collar life. All right, there we go. Okay, so his front feet. What about his back feet? I think the front feet are in an acceptable place. Little leg hairs poking out. Kind of weird. Thank you, Casey. I probably shouldn't. He's got a hairy butt. Whatever. He's a cat, right? Got cat butt. We're not going to draw this from the other side. The lion's feet? Okay. When they looked, and just so you know, like whenever I draw a cat, let's say you do have a cat and they've always got their tail up and they're showing you the family jewels or whatever, I always love the comics where they just do the X mark. I think it's hilarious. All right. One chair leg, one bird foot. Or we could have a peg leg in the back. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Claws, kind of like that. And get that in there. Just gonna darken it a little bit since we're doing kind of cartoony. I'm not gonna worry too much about shading. All right. Pull that down. These eyes crack me up. I need to I'm trying to see if I can make these fit in the space a little bit better. This thing is cursed. I agree. What should be up here in this space? Like, I always think of those nostrils. No. Baby bonnet. Just a little guy. Okay, I like it. The baby bonnet. So just like frills and then it has in order to pacify it, there's a large pacifier, right? Except it's a big chunk of like ham. With like your typical, we're talking like spiral cut honey ham. So it's been, feed me, Seymour. Okay. I don't remember. Do cats have dew claws here, don't they? I don't think you'd be able to see it from this angle, though. That's okay. We'll be there. Gotta have the tendril tongue. You're right. You're right. Hold on. I gotta erase some in here so it looks right. Good call, everybody. Do they have forked tongues? Do they have brain digits, fingers, phalanges? I can't think of the word. Or do you think it's just a forked tongue? New subclass, idea the way of the mimic monk. Yeah, that could get crazy. I'm just gonna put this in the background like in shadow. It's just another one I'm not gonna take the time to draw. But it's there. It grounds it. Malleable. They wouldn't have the ability to make hands. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe it's like a what do you call it? Like a little alien versus predator head with another little tiny tongue. Elder brain dragon tongue. Okay, let me look. I know I've seen it, but I don't know that I recall it off the top of my head. Let's look at it. Ooh. That's gross. I like that. Why is it taking me to Tractor Supply? For D&D. Whiz Kids, apparently they're selling it. It's kind of creepy. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to run into one of those with the, especially when it comes to all the tadpoles or whatever that they spew and the breath and the just seems like a bad day. All right. I'm gonna make this a little more sinewy, just to give it a little bit more like it's stretching itself to make this particular facial expression. So yeah, the Elder Dragon tongue, it looks like, at least from what I'm seeing, it's like a some kind of like a forked, like a 3-pronged digit, but I could be seeing different ones. Go to Tractor Supply from the Eldritch Farm campaign setting. That's right. They're now incorporating themselves into Faerun. So if you need tractor supplies, then you are covered. Let's get rid of this line because I think that's causing some weird visual distortions. Making it hard to tell what's what. All right. Like the graboid. Yeah, it's kind of like the graboid. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Okay, so this is the baby bonnet. I don't know. I haven't looked at a baby bonnet in a long time, so maybe more ruffles. Some more kind of trying to indicate like a, what do you call it, a lace. Where would it tie? Would it do any kind of tying, or what do you think it would just, maybe it just has some bows down here or something on the side? Weird crazy dream from Preston. Yeah, Gnomish company's taking over. Some brows. Yes, some brows. Let's see. So maybe it's kind of mad right now. And I'm going to let these eyebrows, we're going to give them the World of Warcraft Blood Elves type eyebrows because then they stand out. Otherwise I get some weird tangents that are going there. Doesn't need anything. It's part of its body. It's perfect. And in here, maybe there's I'm gonna have a faint impression of a face kind of pushing out of it because he's recently eaten somebody. Probably kind of creepy in like hands, right? So they're like inside. Ah! Help me! Some of my best friends are gnomes. I do like gnomes. All right. I think we have warmed up. Are there any other finishing touches anyone feels like we should add to the this masterpiece, this cursed object that now lives in the hearts of everyone? Oh, also, curse. Well, weird dream from Preston. That this is a side tangent, and the question I'm going to ask after as well is like, if you've had any like weird, absurd dreams that when you woke up, you're like, man, I really want to do that in real life. But I was trying to buy a suit of armor for LARPing, and the guy who was helping me got so mad because I spent like 8 hours trying to choose the perfect like combination. And then I woke up and then I'm like, I need to buy armor. Like that is my only executive function today is find out where I can buy armor. Kobold from a pack tactics hangs out in the chat. That was for him. Nice. That's right. Yeah, that's good stuff. That was will that work? Yes. Looks kind of low in there. I distracted myself. So, all right, what else do we want to get in? What else do we want us to... I think we're pretty much done with this one. So let's go ahead and put this in its own folder. Mimic, baby. Mimic. Cursed by Jack. I won't throw you guys under the bus. Let's throw Scott under the bus. Scott. All right, let's get another one here. I'm gonna go ahead and boop. We're gonna get that one out of the way, unless, yeah, that was a warm-up sketch. So we won't spend time trying to shade it and all that fun. Maybe another time. Both spaceship. Spaceship would be kind of hard. I don't because my like when my brain goes to spaceship, I like automatically go to like, oh, there's a Millennium Falcon. There's things on the side, and you got these different cockpits, and you got a little satellite dish, and not that we couldn't do it. I think that one I will need to get more reference for to do well. A Mon Calamari cruiser. Let me pull that up. Mon Calamari cruiser. Okay, yeah. Could see that. Could see that. Those are cool looking. Star Cruiser crash. That's an Edequathan ship. Drawing Lyra. Lyra. We could draw Lyra. It could be fun. Oh, thank you. It is a mimic chair. Bolt's the more the Corellian style. Nice. Let's go with Lyra. We'll put a pin in the spaceship one just because, again, like I know I would probably flub that. I need to do some more studies. Yes, you need a reference for a project you're working on. Okay. All right, so she's got amber eyes. This is the Lyra we're referring to. I'm not misconstruing. Eyes. She typically wears leather. All black. She has a kind of a, not a scarf, but like a face covering when she needs that tends to be draped like an ascot, I guess, kind of. Ascot, we'll call it. She's got her kunai. She also has the single, I'm trying to remember the blade that Victor gave her. And I'm having trouble thinking about which one it was at the moment. If it was one of those Hero Forge character. Yeah. That would be good if you've got some ideas there. Veil. Yeah, veil. That's probably a better description for it, Brian. I like that. She's life. Trying to remember any other big identifying features. If you have any more, call them out, and then I'm going to start doing sketching here. Drop that into Discord too. Yeah. Sketch. I'm just going to start the sketching process of just like a... Let me get a good dynamic pose. Dynamic pose assassin. Yeah, I think that would work. Okay, so something, dynamic pose. I'm going to take the shoulders. The arms are going to be kind of like this. The other arm is going to kind of be coming out and bringing it across. The blade coming that way. We've got the chest right here as she's kind of turned this direction. Her hips are going to be slightly forward. Like she's stepping forward. And so that means that the top of her hips are going to be kind of tipped upward. That direction. And then the top of her chest will be pointing more upward. Her chin's going to be roughly there. Just get a generic marker there so I can see where I'm going to get this. Let's make this a little smaller. I'm going to run out of space if I don't. Give her... Oh, that's not what I want. Nope, hold on. Apparently this is still Stream Beats. Okay. I was concerned for a moment. Because I don't have autoplay on. Okay. Batman and Spider-Man. I'll leave and go. Okay. So it'll be like this. And I come across kind of the groin area. Hips. I'll come this way. This foot's going to be forward. And this foot is going to be back. So this is going to be down. And then we're going to pull this one back this way. Kind of a gestural drawing. So now I want to try and make sure that the proportions... Let's flip this. Try and do this without hitting you guys. Canvas. Okay. It's gonna be seems okay there. Abdomen. Gonna have that pinch that tends to happen a little more feminine. She's not curvaceous by any means, just for more utilitarian life. Lyra figure, okay. Is that in Discord? Let me open up Discord here. I think I had it closed on this machine. Yeah, there we go. Open sesame. Got it. Perfect. Okay. And the dark hair, we got this. What is this? Let's find a different Harris Heller. Soundtrack. Christmas is over. Let's go back to stream beats. Give me just a second. Let's go to ignition. Yeah, sounds fine. Stick with that for a minute. Okay, so I've got the Lyra stuff. Okay, we'll pull these open. Okay. Shoulders kind of draped down. Gonna give basic shapes here. We'll refine them in a minute. Just, like I said, I just want to get everything in the right place. We'll use some of that. The ring. And this is the size. Or not the size, what do you call them? I'm having a brain fart. Scythes? No? What's the word? Burns alive as you hear Christmas music. Oh, speaking of Christmas music, I won't spend too much time on it, but has anybody seen or gone to watch Violent Night? It's got the guy who plays Hopper from Stranger Things. That has gone straight to the top of one of my new favorite Christmas movies. Struggling with the dynamic pose with that hand. Let's look at some of these. Dun, 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 dun. Where'd you go, window? Where'd you go? Come back, please. There we are. After working in retail many times the past, Christmas music is the bane of my existence. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. There was many years that I used to work at the Gap and Best Buy at the same time, and they had a very similar kind of musical selection. It was a lot of like Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake. There was Timbaland and a bunch of other ones that would just play over and over. Batman crouch style in a building. Oh, dang it. I'm just seeing these. I'm sorry, I missed them. Yes, I think those are great. Batman does a great moody vibe. I'm going to tuck the chin in so she's very kind of more, I guess, a serious kind of look to this. We're going to get some just basic shapes. Skeletal. This is how my brain works anyways. I want to know where their bones are at, because that's going to inform a lot about the shape of what we're drawing on top of it. So X-ray vision. Whew. Give it eye pupils because that's unsettling to see a skeleton with pupils. So what else? So we've got a couple of us have worked in retail, right? This is too high. That is not where it would sit. Very scary. She's the Reaper. Maybe it's face paint. So, and then she's probably got most of her hair up pretty tight. Kind of that braid, or the Tali. If anybody played, what is that, Soul Calibur? Tali is kind of the type of caricature, sans the exaggerated features, we'll say. For the, we'll keep it PG. That's not what it looked like. Tali, yeah. Tali was one of my favorite characters in that series. She was a lot of fun to play. And then what was the other one? There was the one with the tonfas. Is that what they're called? Like the police batons? Hey, I'm glad you liked it. Taki. Hold on. Yeah, Tali's the one I'm thinking of. Tali. Brain fart. Soul Calibur Taki. Yeah, Taki's the one that I'm thinking of as far as like the whatever, and then Tali. She's the other one. Yeah, Tali's the other one. So it's somewhere in between there. Talim? Yeah, Talim. Tlim. Yeah, the one with the bars. Those were the two that I like playing the most. What do you guys? Anybody have any favorite fighting games? Whether from now or for days of yore? Yeah, this is a good game. Okay, we're gonna have that little bit of a neck covering here. Kind of drapes down over the top. A little bit of a leather jacket. Maybe a duster. Cassandra, yeah, she was a lot of fun. Killer Instinct, ooh, I haven't played that one in a long time. That's like N64. Killer Instinct. And she's definitely gonna have like kind of that sleeveless vibe. What if I do like a mashup? I'm gonna see if I can manage it, but like a duster kimono, not kimono, gi. Let's see if we can make it happen. Because a lot of the stuff in Aneria thematically feels a lot like feudal Japan. Call of Duty Warfare. Yep, that's a good one for you. Yep, gotta play the DMZ. The puppies are here. Get those in. All right, footwear. Those are kind of the boots, your standard adventuring boots. Maybe that little bit kind of tighter fit for those stealthy encounters. No Wrath. Champions of North. I don't think I played that one. If we're talking about fighting games, Casey played Darkstalkers. Nice. Injustice. All good ones. Bosco, I don't think I've heard of that one. I can't say that I played that. What's it about? And same thing with Darkstalkers. I don't think I played that one either. Casey, what's that one about? Can you stop? Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute and say the word that makes the dogs bark. Okay, I think we're safe. You shouldn't be able to hear him. Mortal Kombat versus DC. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I liked the interplay between the characters. I played very little of it, but it was fun. The ones I remember. Supernatural monsters like Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster. Nice. There's a TV series about Darkstalkers. Interesting. I don't think like I said, that one's new to me. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, we're gonna have another bolster here. This is for the kunai and the different daggers kind of in this space. We're gonna kind of go back in space. And then this one might be poking out over here a little bit. Get that in. That's where Felicia and Morrigan come from. Oh, nice. Fantasy Diablo style quest game with mosh fighting. Very cool. It reminds me of Gauntlet. You guys ever play Gauntlet? The Gauntlet Legends, Gauntlet, like in the arcades and stuff. Anyone from the area? There was a place, I think it was called Aladdin's. It was an arcade in the mall, like Aladdin something. Gauntlet, yeah, Gauntlet was fun, and they did a remake too. It's on Steam, and I really liked it. All right, so she's probably gonna have gloves as well, or at least some kind of wrappings to keep her hands ready for a fight. Just do some general stuff here, and we'll, like I said, we'll knock this back and then we'll do some more sketching on top of it. Dark Carnival was my favorite level. Yeah, warrior that needs food badly. Yeah. Blue warrior needs food. I like it. The sad part is most of the time I remember playing the machines that we had, the sound was broken, so most of the time I couldn't hear it. I played the demo for Tekken 3. Oh, in Tekken, there's that guy that's like what I imagine a tabaxi. Or a Rakshasa. I don't know his name, but whenever there's that tiger guy, that whenever I see him, that's what I think of as a Rakshasa. Fighting game choice, Smash Brothers. I can't contend with that. That is definitely a good one. Demo disc. Oh man, PlayStation 1. I love it. Those are the days. And it's funny is like I think about the graphics on those kind of games. I'm like, man, those are like next gen. Like, oh, it was just so realistic. And then you go back and play them and you're like, ooh. Things have changed. Never got to play him because it was demo. Yeah, the Jaguar dude. Yeah. Yeah, I miss the days of demos. I think there was a Hexen was a Doom-like fantasy shooter. And that's one that we had a demo of, and I don't think I ever played the real game until they actually have it on Steam now that you can buy it. So if you want to relive the classics. No worries, Bosco. Thanks for stopping by, man. On like tomorrow, got to do inventory. Good. Hopefully all goes well, and we will catch you the next time. We appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. All right. Start to do the X-ray. Drop this to 20%. Start drawing on top. What I realized is I don't think I've had lunch. I don't think I have lunch or breakfast. No problem, Bosco. I'm only now realizing this. And that kind of a day. Yeah, we're a lot of different things moving. We just moved our DNS from GoDaddy to AWS and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. So it's been quite the day. Yeah, I better go eat something. Yeah, I'm just starting to feel, I'm like, why is my stomach grumbling? I swear I ate dinner. I didn't. I did, however, drink like 3 V8 energy drinks. So that counts, right? It's something. All right, so her chin's in. The one thing that I have a hard time with when somebody's chin is pressed, so like if someone's looking down like this, is trying to avoid giving that like awkward pose, but like still having that, like they're looking down at you through their eyebrows. Yeah, I'm covered then. We got plenty. We got plenty of sugar. We're gonna go like this, maybe. And give her. Come in, Victor. I might model some of these features after my wife because it makes it easier to make believe. The double, yeah, like the double chin, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not like doing the, you can't, I can't see this well because I got my beard in the way. But that's the trick. You grow the beard so no one can see it. It's just kind of going a little bit Voldemort here. Hold on. We gotta do some adjustments. The boy who lived. Abracadabra. Weedy. What kind of expression does she have? Like right now, it's just kind of this serious RBF. Whatever. We'll go with it. Yeah, still not liking that boy who lived vibe. Our nose feels a little bit high. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. And I'm gonna maybe connect the two just so that way it doesn't look so snake. And she's got her elvish ears. Now, here's the question. In Aneria, do the elves' ears do the Lotus War elf ear? Do they do the World of Warcraft ear? Do they do the Lord of the Rings elfish ear? Like, how pronounced are the ears in Aneria? I don't know. What do you guys think? You will decide. Lord of the Rings. Okay. Lotter. Now, even more important, are they danglers or are they attached to the chin? Dark elves, wow. Let's see, dark elves, sea elves. First one said was dark elves. Wow, let's look at that. Yeah, dark elves. That's kind of what I think of too. Like I tend to throw those out there. Sea elf, whatever the first one. Cool. I want to do somewhere in between. What about something like that where it's a little pronounced because, you know, obviously people can tell that they're an elf, but it's not like that. I don't like the way that sits. You know what it is? I think it's because of the way this hair sits. That's where I'm having the issue. Not liking that. Sorry, you meant that dark elves have a WoW style ears in Aneria. Elves and loaded. Okay. I see what you're saying. I'm trying to remember. She's more like. Let's see. So the dark elves. This. So WoW. Okay. So she would probably have. I always think of the first aristocratic Lord of the Rings style elegant ears. Got it. Okay, we're gonna have a little bit of a ear peeking out on the other side. And darken that because it's kind of behind in shadow. Technically, I had her as a half elf, so these would be knife ears or Would they just be big ears but rounded like this? How do half elf ears work in an area? They just got big ears. Got Dumbos. I'm gonna see what you guys say. We'll give it a second to catch up. While that's happening, I'm gonna work on some of the hair here. I'm gonna give her some kind of a hair wrapping. I'm gonna assume it's like probably corded leather or something. They're just more subtle, okay. So they're not quite as pronounced like that. Got it. Done and done. Okay, so she's got this kind of a concerned expression. Maybe she's seeing her quarry. Maybe she realizes that she's being watched. Making her way downtown. Faces pass. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Okay. Get some of these kind of striations. Fabric's such an interesting thing. And like how it folds and drapes and how the texture can, every little texture can change the whole thing, the whole feel and vibe of it. But my all-time favorite OC is a half-elf with very specifically floppy golden retriever type ears with strawberry blonde hair. A visual cue that he's half human. I like that. That's hilarious. I like that. Okay. Gotta avoid putting in an Adam's apple because I know that she's not gonna have one, but I tend to draw masculine things, so gotta try and avoid that. Otherwise, we're gonna lose. It might become more androgynous than I intend. Okay, we got the deltoid. It kind of comes down here. It attaches right there. And up at the top, we've got a little bit more pronounced bicep. Bicep kind of goes in, it wraps around over here, and then this little piece comes down. You got back here, you got your tricep. Gonna kind of come back and attach back here. And you got your elbow, your weenus, and then we draw it down here. This is not working for me. It's one of the harder things I feel like is to get that, keeping that overall tone of like, sometimes when you have a drawing, usually the body will do like, whenever there's a curve this way, there's usually a curve going the opposite direction. So like in the sense of like feet, and then like the butt. If this was on the side view, you kind of have that kind of juxtaposition. I'm trying to keep that with when you have those kind of more dynamic shapes. Sometimes it can be hard. So we've got this, and then we're going to come back with this more strongly. I'm going to keep that strong. This is the front side of her hand. I'll get to chat here just 1 second. Catch up with you guys. All right. I describe him as looking like his head has wings. So it's kind of like Dumbo. I like that. And then as you're running through the field, you're like, guys, and just doing the whole, what are those dogs called? Asset hound. And then usually the bottom edge is your mouth. We usually have a little bit of that. Got some. Try not to draw too many lines on her face, because again, that tends to age people, and she's not too old. Yeah, dynamic poses can be a pain sometimes. But they're the best. I'm also going to try not to exaggerate too much some of the feminine features. She's going to be wearing more of that kind of tight leather jerkin. Something's wrong with that. So, fun fact, if you're ever wanting to draw the female chest, a lot of times when the way that things fall, kind of like a water balloon, if you had that's the chest cavity, things are going to fall from the neck this direction, down and out. And so when things are compressing, kind of like when you have the ball is not compressed, but when it hits the ground, it kind of like compresses this way, and like gravity's gonna affect it different ways. So if you're ever wondering, just imagine just some water balloons hanging around someone's neck. That sometimes can make it a little easier to visualize or understand what's going on from the anatomy's perspective. But it definitely feels like something's wrong. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flip this again. I know I haven't done that frequently in the past, but that's one trick that's definitely helpful. I'm gonna go like this. Down. Seems right. I think it's this right here. This is wrong. The way that all this connects. No, I think I make it worse. We'll leave it. I'll figure that out in a minute. I thought I'd get Scott's attention talking about him. Maybe that's what it is. Hold on. Maybe the underdrawing, because of where that line is laying on it. This feels wrong somehow. Okay, get more of these. Something is wrong with my sound. There we go. The buttress. If you've ever seen House Bunny, that one's a funny one. I won't quote it for the sake of YouTube. And hair is generally, you don't want to draw too much by way of, like I did that with the bangs here just because I like to break my own rules. But generally, hair is a mass of value. And if you draw the value first and get kind of that in there, then you can start to draw in your individuals on top, and it saves a lot of time. So we'll do that one last. So anybody have any, try to be spoiler free, anybody have any favorite moments from recent episodes? Anything you particularly enjoyed? Over. Just gotta make 1,000,000 buckles. Right, Scott? Buckles is where everything is at. You don't have 10 buckles, then what are you even doing with your life? No spoilers, but most recent episode recorded last night. I was very happy with Victor's confrontation with an NPC. Hold on. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that was fun. I had a lot of fun with that session. I think there was a lot of good role play, and I think that it's going to be, you guys are going to enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sad that Dallin wasn't able to be there, but that's okay. Like, we still had fun. Round room, yeah. No buckles. Like the fight on the episodes before the most recent one. Okay, with the round room. Yeah, I like that. That was a lot of fun. Thunderdome. When Corey said Silvery Moon Wednesday, my time, and I sat right up, compared it with Lunera, and my hamster wheel started spinning. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Gotta get the board out with all the conspiracies. Pretty big name drops. I'm just gonna throw some generic buckles in here because why not? Okay, so this one is kind of forward in space. We're gonna be looking at the top of it more than anything else. This one's gonna be going up this way, so we're gonna see a little bit more of the side. And just do it that way. We'll make this more of a paring knife or something. Did someone say Lunera? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And thus she appeared. All right, so Casey, where's Lunera? We need to know. Because Corey's trying to make it a big secret, but you could spoil it all right now. Loma's safe word. Bring down the Empire. I'm liking this soundtrack. Well done, Harris Heller and company. Some of these probably aren't going to make sense, but that's okay. We'll make it make sense later. Wait, no, Lunera is the moon. She doesn't. Casey, how dare you? But if it's your tiefling, yes, she's in the 9 layers of hell. But she kind of calls that home too, right? So like, even though it was a self-sacrifice, it's also kind of like going home a little bit. Either way, broken spear's coming for her. Kind of thinking she'd probably have a hood that she'd pull up too, but I don't know, maybe it's just part of the scarf thing. Yes, she was essentially kidnapped from hell by the warlock Artemis, or our times. Yes, that was Brahm's brother. He is ashamed to say. It's kind of like jeans. Oh, whatever, that's fine. We'll give her some jeans. We'll give her some of these knee pads. More buckles. Kind of a sound stout boot that kind of comes across this way. And then it's gonna have a little bit of fold here. I can always tell how much artists love or hate feet and other things, because I know for me, normally, I'd be like, oh, look, there's a cart that's in front of her foot. There's a some of the other stuff. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, those are good memories. I've actually had a few people that have found those games on the YouTubes. despite them being, I think they're listed, but they're not like promoted or anything. They're just like in a playlist. So yeah, they exist. They're out there. And I think that some of these boots, let's do some of this. Trying to make some of the Hero Forge also makes sense with what's there. Hopefully we don't say anything too bad. Right? Yeah, there's a lot of learning moments in those campaigns, so be gentle. Especially since that was probably our first, as a group, that was one of our first forays into it. So there's plenty of learning moments. All right, so we've got some more here. I like to exaggerate kind of that angle and make it a little bit more. Something there, a bracer of some kind. And then down here, we're gonna have kind of that glove aspect and some of that for the back of the hand. Not, what is that? The Japanese, it's not plate mail, it's, what is it called? Card mail? It's kind of like that. That's what I'm thinking. So we'll do some wrappings and then the card mail type stuff on top. Knock out some of this odd shapes. Cool. What else? We got the ears, we got the eyes, card mail. Yeah, rice mail. Hey, what's up, Medical? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Oh, that doesn't work. Go this way. Yeah, for real, I had the worst FOMO this morning of wanting to buy armor, and all because of that dumb dream. I don't know what these are from. What are those? Where are these left behind from? Delete. All right, let's just throw in some. I'm gonna block in some colors and stuff. Once again, it's kind of a more fast and loose, sketchy feel to it. Values. Show sketch. Dropping my pen. Oh, dang it. In fact, that's the best way to break your pen. Just drop it on the ground. So, try not to do that as much as possible. I've had to replace more than I'd like to admit. Line art. How was work, Medical? Good, hopefully. Medical, just for let's see, where's this at? Sorry, I brain farted myself. Lyra. While I was typing. Yeah, Medical and we play some Modern Warfare, among other games. Arc. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do a quick block in again. I'm not looking for accuracy here. Just gonna get some basic values, and this will start to help us inform some of the other stuff as well, because I'm starting to stagnate as far as what I'm gonna do with some of these other shapes. Okay. So, another question for the chat. What is one of your most memorable crit fails in any D&D game that you played or that you've seen played. What are some of the most memorable moments that immediately come to mind me like as a good story for crit fails? Oh, pull that open so I can make sure I can see Twitch chat too. There we go. Got about 30 minutes more in the stream and we'll knock this out. I think we have enough time to get some values in here. Oh, I should have drawn her stealing his broom. Dang it, Lyra. Stealing my broom again. Girls. Chaos Sorcerer and 4E. Wreaked havoc on my party many times on accident. Oops. I'd say I don't remember that it was any particular crit fail, but I know that the heist in our Bronze Battalion game, or not Bronze Battalion, I'm sorry, in our Broken Spear game, that one was always one of my more favorites, despite being this renowned bard and just crit failing, and then everybody else, and like with Luneria outside and the guards, and then like it just spiraled so fast. It was awesome. That's what made it memorable, is that when best laid plans just go out the window. None of them crit failed, but a recent session, the whole party blew an investigation check to find the villain's confession in a stack of ledgers. It was a DC 12, and they were 6th level. Oh, that hurts. They're like, do you have any proof that he is the bad guy? And you're like, I know it's here somewhere. Well, I'm sorry. If you cannot find this, we must take you to jail instead. Dang. Oh, that would suck. Were you guys able to sort it out in the end, hopefully? Or is it still TBD? All right, we gotta come that dark background. Let's knock this other background. She's probably walking in the dusk-ish. Yeah, just something like that. We're gonna go ahead and make this values perfect. We're gonna drop this line art so it's multiplying a little bit. Up to 75. 70. Oh. 75. Let's do 70. 70 looks good. And we're going to start doing stuff like this. We're going to... Uh-oh. Okay, it works. I thought I broke my button. Alright, create clipping mask. That is not what I wanted. Not even close. Clipping mask. There we go. They pocketed the whole pile of papers to go through carefully once they got out of the meat grinder. Good. Oh... And hopefully you don't get caught by the local constables holding on to evidence. Not that could be bad. All right, this is what I wanted. Big mask. There we go. All right, so grab this bluish color. I'm gonna pop these values up a little bit and put it in a little bit warmer grays. Let's see what kind of lighting we want to do. Is this going to be like... I think we're going to probably do like a top-down lighting situation here. So we're just going to get some of these splash colors, values in those places, and then we'll keep moving. On the top side, oh, that's going to be wrong. Okay. Pull that in. Yeah, we had, what was that one? Oh, so spoiler alert for the most, one of the recent episodes when it was the Carnival, I'm going to call it Carnival of Chaos because I can't remember the actual, the Carnival of Death. But we had that on that episode, it was very similar where we didn't know what we were looking for. So we're like, okay, we'll grab this and we go. And then again, spoiler alert, as we're going through them, they're of course booby trapped and explode into flames and nearly killed some of us. And it was bad news bears. Night of Carnage, that's the one I'm looking for. Thank you. Actually, I think I'm gonna go with more of a backlit. That's what I think I'm gonna go for. We're gonna go and switch this to the opposite side. I'm gonna back up on some of this. Made a decision a little too soon. Kind of like that rimlet look that she's got going. Maybe we'll have a stronger light source on this side. Just a little bit of a reflected light down here. Not too much though, because then it makes the shadows really muddy. Okay, so this is back to Brian. Exactly. They suspected that the Duke and the monarchy's Lord Watch Chancellor was crooked. They need to be able to prove it. And that they were the good guys. Oh man, that's the worst. Like you're like guilty until proven innocent at that point, right? Oh, those are so much fun though. It's like when the bad guys, when the good guys are the bad guys, and it's like, okay, who do you turn to? And yeah, those are. I feel like those are fun, compelling stories. They're fun archetype. Okay, we're gonna draw some there. My body too bootylicious for you, babe. I'm gonna take away some of this because it's a little bit too strong for my taste. What we're trying to do here. I want to indicate a little bit so that way we don't have to draw every nook and cranny. Respect. Actually going to darken that one because I don't want to have to draw that back foot. All right, so on the antithesis of that, what about any critical successes, memorable critical successes that you've had? Or things that turned the tide when otherwise all hope was lost? You guys think of any? I think one example, view all 78 library walls sanded. Whew, that's a lot. Well done. All right, let's pull this in. Next. Thinking maybe we'll do with like a kind of a not steampunk, cyberpunk color scheme. I'm thinking with this lighting situation, it seems like it could be kind of fun. Well done, Scott. Roles in games, just fun moments. Oh, that's fine. What's a fun moment then? What's a fun successful moment? No, on my Friday game, one of the fun kind of like triumphs was one of the characters rolling a save, and yeah, it ended up taking them from they would have died to barely surviving and ending up getting the final blow. So it was really, really enthralling. Ari snapping the spear, half dragon. Yeah, I agree. Especially at level 1, it was just like, yeah, this is too great of a moment to we just need to savor it. I like that. Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. Yeah, just try. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I appreciate the kind words, Brian. Let's see. I think I'm gonna make those metallic, but these bands down here, no. I'm gonna do this part. This part's gonna be more that leather banding. Maybe the bottom's gonna be a little brighter. This one I think is probably gonna be darker as well. I'll come back and put those highlights back in. Now one other, I'm trying to think of that's the other thing I'm kind of bad at is remembering off the cuff the great successes and failures, but has anybody watched Trigun Stampede? Something's wrong there. It's too dark. Saw a clip from it. Interesting direction for the visuals to do mostly 3D. Yeah, I agree. I usually shy away from 3D stuff, like heavy 3D stuff. I really like what they're doing with that. That whole direction and him freaking out, asking for a single 22 bullets and nobody wants to give it to him, and the one guy's shooting him and he's dodging. It was super cool. I'm excited for it. And we're kind of reworking some of the stuff we did earlier, but I think it's gonna be okay in the end. She does have darker hair. Let's see, this is gonna be darker. This is kind of that leathery consistency. These belts are probably gonna be darker. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit lighter for the rest of the boot. You know what I'm talking about. That's not gonna work. it's the disturbed kids. I didn't notice it if it was there. And this is not a attempt for me to make you feel gaslit. It is truly, I did not hear it. Let's push this one back and I'll start to bring this forward. On the same thing up here, we're just gonna do this. A little bit darker because we're not quite there yet on the boot. I'm not feeling it. We're gonna go a little bit more defined too, and that'll start to help punch out some of this, making it feel more three-dimensional. It really was. I loved that show. The sixth season seemed to tease books 7, 8, and 9 more than tell the story that I had been following. Nice. Yeah. Expanse. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Expanse. What was the other one? Dark Matter? I enjoyed that one for what I watched. It was one where they wake up and they can't remember. They're like some kind of elite group that they can't remember how they got together, and I don't know. It's kind of a fun one. I enjoyed it. No, that's feeling wrong. Okay, so now what we're gonna do? We're gonna do some other fun stuff. We're gonna throw some fun overlays, make this cohesive color, and since it's at nighttime, we're gonna throw some fun splashes in here. Gee. Oh, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. There we go. And then we're gonna throw an opposite, so like a purple or a pink. This. No, too much. That gives her kind of this nighttime neon light type vibe. Let's see what else we can throw in there. I'm feeling maybe a little bit of... I don't think green's gonna be too much. Yeah, maybe we'll just use green as just like little splashes. Maybe not. That'll make her go in the thing. Other sci-fi steampunk show I dug was the first season of Altered Carbon. Don't really watch the scripted or TV movies. Yeah, I haven't seen that one, but it looked pretty good. Just got the Expanse RPG in today. Dark Matter was pretty good as well. So was Killjoys, yeah. Not having the AI in there would be a travesty. Yeah, that would be interesting. It's kind of like the whole debacle with what's it called, The Witcher, and how they're trying to change him. Like I don't know how they're gonna do it. Like it's just gonna feel weird. Just like when was it Don Cheadle when he started playing as War Machine. I was so confused. Like they just kind of like breezed it over like he was just the same person, and I'm like, what? Who's this guy? Like, why is he here? And then like, oh, it's War Machine. I'm like, what? Where's the other guy? I was so confused. All right. Got some fun colors in there. Let's see what else we can do. Let's switch this. We're going to flip it. We're going to do some color burn. And we're going to take some of this color that we've been using, more of a softer purple. We're going to drop this opacity to like 50%. We're going to use this to do a little bit more. Let's get 50%. We're also going to change the fill 50%. I just had a total panic moment when I looked up at the screen and it said be right back in OBS because it's in studio mode. And then I had to look at the stream and make sure that I could actually see what I was doing. So, sorry. Panic over. Yeah, everything you read about, you said it was kind of beset by studio executive interference and off-screen business issues for the making second season. Yeah, that's the worst. Like I get that you got to make money, right? And that studio executives, they want to make money, and I get that they want to have a return on their investment. I get it. But sometimes they think they know more than they do, and they just end up foobarring everything, and it's really frustrating. Just like Firefly when they canceled Firefly. I mean, we got Serenity as a movie out of it, but just really dumb that they would make such decisions and just, I don't know, seems so flippant. Political. Like everything that's happening with The Rock and with DC and all that. That's just madness to me. Why can't we all just be friends? Play D&D and just enjoy the day. Huh? What happened to that? Alright, so just gonna put some basic shadows in here again, trying to add some dimensionality. We're coming up on the last couple minutes of the stream. I know we're 8:52. So we'll see what we can do in the last sprint. We got this. It's kind of this music that's playing right now, that kind of chiptune-y, reminds me of like playing old NES games. I like it. Again, I'm just going to push that back in space so I don't have to draw it. We're being completely honest with ourselves. Alright, I'm going to darken this just because I feel like that it's too close to the skin tone, so it makes it ambiguous as to what it is. And those would be like kind of wrappings around our hands. Nobody wants to be nice anymore. I know, right? It's like everybody's just out. They got a bone to pick with everybody else. I say phooey. I want to be happy and nice to the people around me, regardless of what crazy is going on. Can't remember the quote, but there was a quote that was talking about how you and where you are and like your mindset is a byproduct of like basically you and what you're kind of allow into your life. And I thought that was interesting, as far as I choose to make my workplace and my workday what it is. You know what I mean? You could look at it as being the worst thing ever and kind of muddle through, or find the best in it. I feel like that I'd rather be happy. Life's too short to be grumpy all the time. I want to darken that just a little bit. It's just something weird. I think it's because of the values. got it sitting there. Everybody has something that they're really good at, and a few things they're good at. Nobody is good at everything. When someone starts to think, yeah, 100%. I 100% with that. It's the God complex. I agree with that. All right, now let's see. Last 5. I'm gonna start. Let's see if we can sneak in some of these metallics. Actually, let's back that up. Now we're gonna do some darks. It's easier to do metallics on a dark background. Okay, we'll do that. Little metallics here. Metallics there. Metallics there. Metallics there. A little bit of metallics here. Maybe some metallics on the belts. We might even have to do some cheats here, so bear with me. In the interest of time. We've got a little bit of metallics here. Okay. Now, what I like to do is I like to take a soft brush, because metallics are not soft brush, but just like a soft edged brush. I think this one might actually work. Yeah, that should be fine. You want something that's not too soft, but not too hard. And then something that's just right. We're gonna go right in the middle. And, oh, that's not what we want. We want to... I'm gonna make some slashes across. And sometimes, depending on the surface, if the surface changes or what have you, it's gonna change the way that the light interacts with the metal. So we can get a little bit of that in there. And we're gonna go over here. These are gonna be kind of more rounded like that. Rounded. Oh. I try and vary the size of it as well. So now we go like that. Oops, a little too much white. Just splash in just a little bit of white. Then it starts to look a little bit shiny, kind of glossy. I like to sneak those in wherever, and especially when you have like a hard edge, you can sneak those in. That's ideal. Because then it really makes it feel like that's sharp edge, metallic. I'm not perfect at it, but I like to make, we'll just do the best we can. I like to go against the grain as well of the, whatever it is. And then the last thing we're gonna do here, we're going to duplicate this layer. Delete. I like to do up. My son got a new toy. So you might be hearing it in the background. I apologize. Okay, so let's get this. Nope. That's not gonna work. Let's do it a different way. Let's do it a different way. We're gonna do color burn or color dodge. Color dodge. Oh, colors. Dude. Actually want. No. What am I at? There we go. Metallics. I'm gonna push those back just so that they still feel right. Now let's do color dodge. All right. We're gonna take a color. Ooh, that was loud. Okay, let's test this and see what it looks like. And with this one, I definitely want more of a soft edged. I tend to use a exposure. Nope, that's not what I want. More of your airbrush, because that allows us to control a little bit better. I'm gonna have it go over a little bit for today's stream, since we started a little bit later. So just so you guys know. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so now same thing, except I like to just splash in just a little bit of this kind of glow, if you will. Like it's that kind of occlusion, I guess is probably a better term. And sometimes these make more sense just to be, yeah, there we go, on top of everything. No, that's not quite what I want. Then I'm going to drop this opacity just a little bit. Put another layer on top. Do the same thing. Color dodge. This can kind of help start to sell that. Oh, start to sell that. I don't know what I want here. I want. Is this shape? That's not the shape. That's okay. We'll constrain it. We'll do it in a second. It's a little easier if I did my layers a little bit different than I did, but it's a little more comic book style. What is this layer? All right, now it wouldn't be amber eyes. We didn't give her amber eyes. So the last little bit, let's do that. Let's see, amber with a little bit of blue is going to be kind of this color, but I think for the sake of this, we're going to let that pop. We're going to pop it out just a little bit. Okay, bear with me. It's going to look a little weird for here for a second. I promise it'll get better. Give me a second. It looks really creepy right now. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah, she's hearing straight in your soul. That's kind of creepy. Not gonna lie. Lyra, you're giving me the heebie-jeebies. You're giving me the honey glow, something fierce. Give some of these gold flecks, I think. The kids are riling up the dog. Alright. So let's live with that. I'm going to give her tone around her eye a little bit lighter shade, because right now it's blending in with the rest of her skin, which would just... It's not how it would work. So let's give that a little bit brighter. Clean up the eyes a little bit here. And now we're gonna go in with our darks, which I like to save for last because this is where we start to get the really strong definition here. Hey, thanks, Casey. That way we can save all our most favorite details to the last. In the words of my old give me 1 second. In the words of my old professor, you can't frost the batter, you know? You gotta build some stuff in there, and that way we can get to the Parts where I get to put all the icing on the cake. This is the part I tend to enjoy the most, is rendering, and I think we all do. And sometimes we get ahead of ourselves and really want to just kind of dive in. So she gets that kind of distrusting look in her eye. A femme fatale type. Cool. We'll just bring that in. Let's also maybe put a little bit of color to her lips. Just because our lips tend to be a little bit more defined from the rest of our mouth. Let's give her a little bit of just... Lips tend to be a little bit more, not wet, but moist. Sorry for the triggering word. But yes. They tend to have a little bit more moisture. Let's do that. Let's say it that way. Give her some more details here in the eyes. I'm gonna also do the back side of that. You notice I'm using this white. I'm actually gonna knock it back a little bit because I think that's gonna be too strong for what I'm planning here. Just down here, giving her just a little bit more of that eye shape. Got that a little bit of. I'll put a little bit of that there. Maybe. I think it's too much. We'll do maybe just a little bit right there and call it good. The drawing tablet, currently, I don't know if it'll show up on the screen. It is a Wacom Cintiq. This one is an old, I don't know, 6-7 years old. 27 HD, I think is the one I'm using. So yeah, just your typical Wacom pen display screen. I used to have an Intuos that I used to use, but I had a really hard time with the tablet being in my lap, and then what I'm seeing drawing up here, there was just a really strong disconnect for me, and that I had to overcome. So yeah, I feel you. Honestly, if the iPad existed when I first started drawing, I honestly think the iPad's a better option. Unless you're doing Cintiq or another one that you're drawing right on the tablet, I feel like the iPad is honestly better in so many ways. At least right now. This is voodoo to me. Yeah, it's like when you get all the little details and stuff, and you get to... I'm trying to think. I don't think she had any other defining marks on her face. But anyway, when you get to the details portion, I think that's a really exciting part of the drawing process. Let's do a little detail on her hair too. This is where I was saying, like, it's more of a value than individual lines, so you just kind of indicate when it goes in, indicate when it's really bright, and that'll give your viewers, it'll make them feel a little bit more like it's transitioning from light to dark, and you don't have to draw every strand of hair. So yeah, it's always fun. I always prefer looking at what I draw rather than draw on a blank white screen while you're watching the monitor. Make sure that you're drawing. Yeah, I completely agree. It bends my mind to do it the other way. I had to. This was the only way that I can manage, because I really like the tactile pen and paper kind of feel of everything. So all right, now we got to do our very last. We're gonna give it a vignette of sorts. Smokiness. Nope. Maybe not. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, that's because we're not even selecting the layer. All right. Nope, we don't want dark. We want kind of dark. And we're gonna go with a bluish greenish dark. Then we'll throw a quick shadow under. Not sure if I'm like that green yet, but we'll, like I said, I can adjust that later. We're just gonna do something simple. We're not gonna spend too much time on it. We're just gonna do a dark shadow underneath it all. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have completed our task for this Friday's stream. This is Lyra Bright Eyes of the Eight Rings. She was a deadly assassin, prepared to kill at any moment, of the Onyx Ving, and the love interest of Victor Udanta. So, thank you everybody for hanging out, and it's been really, like I said, was really, I always really enjoy engaging and having you guys talk about, you know, things that are going on in your lives, also be able to help inform some of the decisions that we make about the character as it evolves. And because it's not just something, you know, when we put stuff out there, it's just like a book, right? It becomes as much a part of your story and the part of what you guys kind of make it out to be, as well as what we do. So I really enjoy hearing what you guys have ideas for. So thanks, Brian. Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Casey. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, you know, everybody who's able to kind of hang out in the chat and be able to, I know I'm missing a million of you guys. You know, Tim Scott over on Twitch, a whole bunch of folks. So glad you're able to make it tonight. But until next time, you know, make sure to, if you haven't, like, subscribe, all that kind of fun, and check us out. We release our videos every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And if you want to see any of that other kind of stuff, we got the links below in the description. So again, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And if you have Monday off, I hope you get to play D&D with friends and family, or, you know, Pathfinder or whatever, depending on OpenGL. But I'll see you guys later.